Hello. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Now, also, please bear with me because I was doing a little bit of cleaning and two microphones, y'all. Tell me how I misplaced two mics. And yes, I don't want to just go and get another one because I'm just like, I just know I'm like, I didn't throw my mics away. Why would I do that? So yeah. With that being said, I just want to start here, just like I did previous years before, like I did for 2024, explaining that it equals out to 8. 2025 equals out to 9. Okay. So 2025, you add all the numbers together in the year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. So yes, even though it's 2025, it's the vibration of the 9. Okay, number 9 energy. And I'm going to tell you, like, what's some couple traits, couple energetic traits that come with the number 9. So, for example, number 9 is a number of completion, right? Because you can't get past number 9. You go to the 10, it's the number 10, but it then equals out to be 1. All right. So number 9 is more like a humanitarian number. Number 9 is like, hey, let's look out what's good or what's best for all, the completion of all. So y'all's best bet this year is to, and no, it's not predicated on like the number 8 vibe with the whole business, money, financial, taxes, deep diving and everything. Let me tell you, it's not that. I'm sorry, did I say number 9? I mean the number 8. It's not like the number 8. 2024 vibrations. However, did you guys see everything that popped off in 2024? It really got the wheels are turning on like some deep-seated, deep-rooted issues, like getting to the bottom of stuff. Hidden secrets, family secrets, government secrets, okay? Financial secrets. Whatever you can think about. And that still wasn't covering everything. Because even when you look at situations like Diddy, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, all of them. And let me tell you something. I said this years ago when R. Kelly was on trial. And I said this in a video. I don't remember which one it was. But I said, listen, y'all. Even when R. Kelly is wrong, because we know that he was, you can't really accuse R. Kelly for being with underage girls, etc., committing these crimes without doing what first? Without uncovering and looking at all the other people that's affiliated, baby, because it's a lot. And it took it some years later, but still, nonetheless, here it goes, and it's not going to stop. So, where did we leave off in 2024? That's what's continuing in 2025. I want you to understand this. It's not about scare tactics. It's just real. It's everything that was dug up, the secrets, like when you dig up a grave, go here with me. When you dig up a grave, my friends, you don't just dig up a grave and it's just a blank grave. You dig up a grave and you see that you left with the skeletons. You left with whatever the contents that was in the grave. Right? Okay, so what do you do then? Well, this is what 2025 is bringing in. 2025 is the grave has been dug up. The skeletons is out to roost and just laying there to be examined and to be seen. They're not hiding back in the closet. So you have to keep on. That's what we're carrying on with the energy of 2025. 2025 is everything We talk about spiritual. Y'all, listen here. We're going to see in 2025 that spiritual, you know how understanding the spiritual concept of ourselves, which is nothing more than understanding our this outside of our physical nature. And it, when it was before, it was just so taboo. It seemed so far away. We seemed so distant from it. And we had to have like another person, like a pastor, and nothing against pastors and things of that nature. I'm just telling you, we having, conversation here, where you had to get in touch with somebody else, like priest and the Pope and things of that nature, to have you contact or get in connection with that spiritual realm. And yes, and people took advantage of that, and it was needed at the time, because our the earthly realm was so dense, so populated with karma, that people don't believe is real for whatever reason, even though we're seeing it live. We've seen it for cycles on and cycles on and cycles on, and cycling in and cycling out, that it is. Because what else are we here paying for and doing this thing called life for? Why are we doing it the way that we're doing it? Why is there suffering? Why is there pain? Why is it this way? And why are people doing like some messed up stuff to each other? Because here we are living out these cycles, and these cycles that need to be burnt out. And this which brings us in like timelines, the adjusting of timelines. Time. Karma was time. That's why outside of this earthly realm, time does not exist in the way that it does. Now, I'm also going to even hit on the fact about the fifth dimension, or just other dimensions, real quick as well. But I want you to continue to follow, because I'm going to be heavily talking about this in up and coming videos more and more, because people need to understand this. And I want to be one of the people that help bring this information. I'm not the only person, but I want to be one of the people. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So we're burning through that. But nonetheless, 2025 is, okay, that 9. And that 9 is just saying, okay, we're not so much split apart from our spiritual, the physical aspect of ourselves, from the spiritual aspect of ourselves. Like getting in touch with our souls and getting to know that. But it has to be things exposed and things brought to the forefront to where it can be acknowledged. Like to the point of where people ain't dismissing certain things. Now, so yes, more with things and topics associated with UFOs, aliens, extraterrestrial beings, whether it's coming from outer space, wherever people say, I don't know, from inside the earth, whether it's us, our own shadow selves being the spiritual selves being the UFOs, helping us see ourselves. We can go on and on and on with this. We could go on and on with this in these perspectives. But, nonetheless, I would say this, that, and, like I hear different groups that speak on this, Nawapians being one, and I don't identify myself as one. But the question that I know that they pose is asking, the question of, who is God then? If we're made in the image of God, God had to have be able to see, be able to function, and maybe even operate off of this device like we do, the brain. Okay, but not from a limited form. And when we ask ourselves that, and we look at God as not so distant and disconnected from us, we can easily see how, yes, God is more of a being, a highly functioning being, than what we may give God the credit for being. Because how else would God understand it so good? I get it that God came down in physical form through Jesus, through becoming us becoming him, or us becoming it, the source. So what I'm saying is making more connections of this. Y'all, We are in a whole completely different dimension of time. And because of this, it's more focus is going to be on the old dimension being torn down, the old time concept being torn down. But baby, let me tell you something. That for a lot of people, that in the world, that's not going to go over smoothly, because you have people and you have entities and you have other life forms that rely on supernatural beings, whatever you want to call it, that rely on people remaining ignorant in some sense of, these energetic shifts that we're making, and why, to continue to feed off of the energy of that ignorance and the lack of understanding, to be able to exist, to be able to transform in the way that they can, however you want to put it. So just like really keeping that in mind. So you have people, because spirits embody bodies. Spirits embody and take over bodies and beings all the time. And in like how everything is an entity. Bodies of religion is entities, is energies. So it's a spirit that's formed from these different belief systems and things of that nature. And it's hard for people to let go of. They will fight and they will execute themselves and others in the name of what it is that they believe. And they don't want the truth out. Let's just put it that way. They don't want the truth out. So 2025 is about setting that stuff free. There's a lot of stuff that comes up with this, guys. What else is the number 9 about? Philosophy, religions, education, but putting a twist on that, all of that stuff being exposed. And it's already starting off. 2025 is already starting off with a bang. It was no delays. And nothing. They didn't even have to get warmed up or nothing. It's just off with a bang, as we can see, like literally and actual factual. We see this stuff happen. We see events that take place that show us that this is what 2025 is going to be about. To me, still, I choose not to think and feel and be negative. It is what it is. Systems being exposed. And actually people understanding, like, hey, let's come together. The goal is to say, how can we awaken and enlighten humanity by humanity doing different things? Come to the end of the road. I feel like singing Boys and Men. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. That's a perfect song. People still holding on. People not wanting to let go of what was, baby. Because everything doesn't have to expire, but there has to be a level of truth that has to conspire. Do you understand? Like the conspiracy theories that people are calling conspiracies, baby, ain't really conspiracies. It's just a lack of what people don't know. And I get it. There's fiction, there's falsehoods, there's misunderstandings, miseducations. That was all the conspiracy to me. That was the conspiracies right there. Every day, somebody is living in a conspiracy. It's deep. So 2025 is definitely going to be more of that. I will say this, make it about humanity. Like, make it about what is it? If you can ask yourself the question of like, what is it that you can do to better live your life, to, you know, awaken yourself, to, you know, gain some sort of spiritual awareness, you know, travel, understanding different cultural backgrounds, different cultural and you know, is it appropriating culture? Like, really, no, that there's a deeper thing going on here that's getting to the bottom of all this, you know, amongst the races, amongst what we've been educated, what we've been taught, all of it really being a false, or, you know, if you don't want to call all of it false, there's a level of information, things that we know about history, all that, you know, it's, if you don't want to call all of it false, it's definitely been some events in the way things play out. There's some falsification, you know, there. And that being very sensitive information that people are really, I feel like, you know, saying squabble, using some of Kendrick's terminology and everything. But one thing, how you gonna know to follow the truth in your life is when you're not in denial anymore. When you decide to say, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna face the truth. Like, you know what, God, show me the truth, and just accepting it. Because it's going to be proof all around you. It's going to be proof all around you. It's the people that choose to deny and choose to be in denial, is just, that's where they want to be because of whatever reason. They want to expire there. They want to live their life there. They want to remain there. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be one of those people. That's what you got to understand for 2025. And I don't want to make this too long because I'm going to continue putting out videos, y'all, about this, like a continuation about this. And it's really going to be in just the new dimension, like the new energetic shifts and what to expect. And one of the things that you need to know is that you don't need to sit there and you don't need to base yourself and your life and your identity on what was. And a lot of people are going to be finding out the truth about these secrets, like family secrets, you know. You know, DNA. Who's the real father? Were they adopted or not? But let's see. I'm here because, like I said, don't get caught up in everything that's going on. I always say this: you can choose to be the observer in a situation, or you can choose to be someone that's getting thrown around by the energy. Because the observer does things like watch the energy that happens, live life, experience. And then at the end of the day, and it may be challenging, it may be all these things that's not fun and it doesn't feel good. But at the end of the day, what you have to ask yourself the question of is, okay, so how am I reacting to this? What is it showing me? Okay, so this has been 2025, the year 9, and thank you for watching. Please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you know I'll be back.